Hey guys, and welcome to the finale of the 2020 1990s driver career. And today we're going to be kicking it off with the Japanese GP, and we're going to try and contend for that top spot in the Drivers' Championship. Well, here we go for the Japanese GP. Here in Suzuka, we're going to be starting third. One place higher than we are in the championship. It is a good getaway, immediately putting pressure on our teammate as we go on the rundown into turn one here in Suzuka. We're going to try and wrap it right round the outside as he breaks early, and we move up into second position by the first turn. Now chasing after first place as we are in second now, just trying to keep with them as much as we can as our teammate is behind. They are being put under pressure by the other McLaren, and hopefully he can hold on to that position, and we could possibly get good points in the constructors. Obviously McLaren have ran away with the constructors, but hopefully we can stay in second of the constructors with good points here. Just pushing track limits just a bit too much there as we go up now, about to go through the very tight hairpin here, just trying to stick with first place as much we can. Try not to make too many mistakes here in Suzuka, as it is a pretty unforgiving track if you spin the car, proven by the full race distance video I did not that long ago. And if you want to go and check that out, it's on the channel, and I will also link it in the description. But as we go down the straight now, just trying to stick with first place as much as we can, but he is off and gone. As now we're just going to try and hang on 2 seconds, as our teammate is going to push as much as he can. I think here in Suzuka we had a wee bit of a moment on the rear end there, entering the chicane, just trying not to step onto the grass too much. A 140 is the fastest lap, about 3 seconds faster than us here in Suzuka, and that just proves how fast the McLaren is, and how slow we are around Suzuka. Again, just trying to stick in second place, as first place is just streaming off, and our teammate's been overtaken, and now the McLaren is being promoted up into third, and now is going to put on the pressure to us and try and close that gap as much as he can. But as we go on the grass, and that's not going to help us build the gap at all. He's closed about 6/10 there on that wee straight there as we go through the horseshoe now. Green sector 1 is our fastest sector 1, even though we did step onto grass. But now I'm just going to try and protect this inside line here, going through the hairpin, so he doesn't overtake us and go flying, because we do need the good points here in Suzuka for the championship here. And if it's not first, it has to be second, or we won't stand a chance of winning the championship here on this final episode. As he's gonna try and pull up alongside us, I'm gonna try and close the gap there, as I've pulled out in front of him too far, and I've crashed right into the wall, as I underestimated how close he was to my rear tyre, and I'm out of the session. And that is Coppens there winning the Japanese GP, and surely that's him secured the championship here in Japan. And that's my hopes of the championship flushed down the toilet, essentially, right there. But all I can do now is challenge for third, or possibly second here in the championship, depending on how many points they are ahead. Now just about to look at the standings now. Benjamin Copping wins the Suzuka GP here in Japan, and we are 4th, and we're 120 points behind Benjamin, so we will not get the championship, but I do still have a chance of getting that 2nd spot here in the championship, and it will all come down to the Hungarian GP here in Budapest.
Welcome along then to race day at what we hope will be another thrilling Formula One Grand Prix. The Hungaroring, it's like Monaco without the boats. 14 corners, 6 to the left and 8 to the right, and some very tricky corners to deal with. These rainy conditions out there aren't going to help either, so it's very likely we'll see a safety car or two during today's race.
Well, it's a wet race here in Budapest, and previously, well, in Canada when it was wet, we did storm off for a dominating win in Canada, so hopefully we can do the same as we start first on the grid here in Budapest. The lights are out and it's away we go. It's an okay start as the 2nd place McLaren there is just trying to get alongside us as we go on the run down into turn 1. Going to try and pull up along the outside of us going into turn 1. Try not to pull in front of him so we don't have the same incident with the same car as we did in Suzuka, and I have to admit that was probably one of the worst mistakes I've made in this career, and it's probably the silliest mistake I've made in this career. Now going through this left-hander, just trying not to spin the car as 2nd place is piling on the pressure. He's still hanging in there. 4 tenths now, 2 tenths as the straight line speed is shown from that McLaren. He tried to go around the outside but there was no gap, so he just backs off there. As now we go through probably my least favourite section of the lap, this big uphill right hander, as you don't want to get on that curb too much, because if you do it will just spit you back out and you will end up in the wall. Now going through the chicane, which is not the best either. There's a wee moment on the rear end as we go through the slower left-hander here and the faster right-hander here, but you do have to brake just a wee bit on that entry. Now through this left-hander, just trying to keep 2nd place behind us as much as we can. We go through the final light braking right-hander here in the lap. Now going through this right-hander, just trying to stay in front as much as we can. Now he's sticking in there behind us as we go for the left-hander, and now just trying to build a gap. Skipping ahead to the end of lap 4 and start lap 5, we did set fastest lap on that first lap and we did improve on the 2nd lap, but now going through the first turn now here in Budapest, is just a wee moment there. I do catch it and Coppens isn't close enough to get that move done to get up into first position. Now as we go through this left-hander, just trying to stay in front as much as we can so we can just power on through here through the right-hander. He is right behind us there, as we just have to try and build the gap as much as we can. He's not close enough to go around the outside or down the inside, and I'm just trying to defend the position as much as we can. We go a wee bit too wide there. Track limits, somehow no warning. So we go up through the right-hander as the slowest sector 1 here in Budapest, and we do look like we're going to go on for a commanding win here in the Hungarian GP here in Budapest. As we're about to come through the final turn of the lap, and we look like there's no spinning on the final turn, and as we come across the line, now we are going to win the Hungarian GP here in Budapest, and surely that's boosted our chances to get that 3rd position here in the championship. We don't get a driver of the day. Lucas Rother gets driver of the day, as my CD's going off there, which is confusing. But now we do win the Hungarian GP here in Budapest, and it is going to be a commanding win here in Budapest, as I think he finished 2 seconds off of us here in Budapest, and Coppens finishes second, so he's powering through for the championship, just cementing his spot in the championship, and he will take first in the championship here in this 1990s driver career. But now we just have to try and fight for that third position as we do go on now to check the standings. We're 113 points now away, and if we do win or get on a podium and our teammate does not get on the podium, if we get on the podium and don't win the race, we will take second in the championship. But if we win this next race and our teammate gets on the podium, we still win the championship as we go to the Brazilian GP.
Thank you for joining us once again as we get another Formula One Grand Prix underway. Interlagos, always a very special race here in Brazil. It's a 2.7-mile circuit with 9 lefts and 6 rights for a total of 15 corners. But it's a wet one today, so grip and visibility will be at a premium. And the drivers will need to be careful coming up the hill in Sector 3, the scene of many an accident over the years.
And again, it's a soaking wet weekend here in not Budapest, Brazil, for the Sao Paulo GP, and hopefully we can go on to win this as well, as it is pouring down with rain. We're starting first on the grid again, and we're going to try and get a good exit start here as 5 headlights are out, and it's a good getaway for us. The rear end is a wee bit skittish there as we go to the as the 5 headlights go out, as we go down into turn 1 now. Braking a bit too much, but there's yellow flags behind. There's always yellow flags through turn 1, and that is a car. I think we just spun it on the exit of turn 1. Now going down the straight here, and the McLaren is going to try and follow us as we go through this left-hander now. He is going to try and stick with us as we go wide, and that's not going to help our cause, as the McLaren is closing on us now as we go up the hill here into the long swooping right-hander, which you can take a bit faster in the modern day F1 cars, but this car is very heavy and very skittish on the back. Now as we go through the downhill left-hander, as we're about to climb the hill again, going through to the double right-hander here, first right-hander, and now the tighter near enough 180 degree right-hander there. Now going through the long swooping left-handers, we are still in front of Benjamin Coppens here in Brazil as we go through the left-hander now, and by the end of lap 1 I think we are going to be leading and winning, as Coppens has spun it. Coppens has spun it on the exit, and he's down the order. It's not going to matter to the championship now, but as the other cars are held up, we are storming off into the lead, about 3 seconds now, as there was yellow flags behind. We do set fastest lap here in Brazil as there was yellow flags behind, and Benjamin Coppens has spun it on this opening lap here in Sao Paulo as we go a wee bit too wide there. Now as we go down the straight. Skipping ahead to the final few turns, we are going to win by about 3 seconds here, maybe 4, as if we can build that gap just a wee bit more. But no, it's going to be 3.9 seconds here in Sao Paulo, and we're going to win the Sao Paulo GP here in Brazil and take another win in this championship. And I think that is 4 wins we do have on our belt now. Yes, it is Zandvoort, Canada, Budapest and Brazil. Budapest probably not my strongest track here in the game, but we did win Budapest, as we do win the Sao Paulo GP and hopefully take 3rd place in the championship, as we do celebrate the first place here in Sao Paulo. And this is your driver standings at the end of the series. We are finishing 3rd, and I do hope that you enjoyed that series. If this is the first one you checked out, go and check out the other ones, as there are drama But I hope you enjoyed this one. This is Jay from the JS9 Racing channel signing off, and I will see you on Friday for the start of GP weekend.